What's up, Dirty Counts? Drake in my feelings with my co-star.
Hello, Collins. How are you? This lovely, lovely evening.
Super nice. That'd be nice to know. Alright, so let's get back. What's wrong with right? So, people complain about, god dang, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I don't know why.
Alright, and they were complaining. So if you listen to anything in the last 4 or 5 episodes, they're all something about this movie. So I don't know what, because most of them are on SoundCloud. So then this one's on.
Ah, so it's on YouTube. Gotcha.
Yes. So they could be all over the place.
Okay.
All right. So this one. So these guys were complaining, saying that Quentin has a foot fetish.
What?
All right. So he does show a lot of feet. And if you remember how he talked about feet in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So because well his angles and his excessive use of feet, blah 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 blah. He's an artist. It's a framing picture. Where are you going? Jeez, that's not hitting your brakes. We still have plenty of time.
Plenty, 2 car lengths.
Wow.
That was unnecessary.
Unnecessary. All right.
Good.
So I think he uses feet as a frame.
Okay.
Maybe he does like feet. But who cares?
Who cares?
I think of like oh man, the guy that did The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock.
Mm-hmm.
He would frame scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Chaplin framed scenes. You know, so it's not you use a prop and it kind of.
It's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon.
It's an artistic.
It's an artistic license. I believe it's a period piece about culture.
I would agree with you.
So, whatever.
Right.
You know, and people were complaining about it. So really, it was like,
Shocked.
yes. I was bothered by their being bothered.
Right. Yeah.
And then I wondered, well, because they were like they were comedians. So maybe they were
really?
they had to like, you have to find something to talk crap about so you can do it, but secretly, you know, you like it.
Well, that's possible too.
Because how could you not like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
It just had so much.
Oh.
But you had to track, you had to watch the frames because.
Was it hard to track?
No, it was so fun.
There was a story that was like unfolding, and meanwhile, dun dun dun,
Yeah,
you know, this is going on because here's what's going on in front of the screen, and here's what's going on behind the screen.
Exactly.
You know, the beauty of what Hollywood is, and then you got the Manson family,
Right.
right?
Yep. All that glamour and all that stuff.
Like, you just hope that all of them were horribly massacred back.
I know.
Because like I said, the innocence, I mean, perceived or fake or whatever. I mean, before the night stalker, like we used to sleep outside in our backyards all the time, and then you couldn't have sleepovers because that's where he was getting people.
Yikes.
For those who don't remember, there was a guy in California one summer called the Night Stalker. And Richard Ramirez. This is back like in the 80s.
Okay.
And because of that motherfucker, I couldn't camp out in the backyard anymore.
No kidding.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about.
One person can ruin so
One
much.
person ruins everything. And you're just like, what the hell?
People don't think they have the power to do good.
They don't.
Right?
But they
One
do.
person.
One person. One person ruins it all for all of us. That's why they got those signs that says, do not eat. What do you mean don't eat? Don't eat this thing. Don't put a Tide Pod in your mouth.
Never shake a baby.
Never shake a baby. Everything was learned in the title. It's a good bit by Jim Jefferies. It says when he was having a baby, he had to watch a 35-minute video entitled "Don't Shake the Baby," and he said, "Doesn't the title like just
Kind
tell
of says
you?"
it all.
So.
Yes.
What I really wanted, I knew I was in the right lane. What I really wanted to do, excuse me, sorry.
I was going to say.
No, we're good. Whoop.
This take is perfect. Everyone's fine.
And it's even on video, so I'm not worried about it. Because if you saw, everything was totally controlled. Look at that, I'm a Russian taxi driver.
Very smooth.
So I'm listening to Howard Stern, and some guy prank called this talk show host and was saying how he was a man from Moscow, and he really approved of Trump and liked Trump, and was happy that they were friends. And pretty much got this lady to go along with that black people shouldn't be equal, that Jews shouldn't owe everything, and that gay nightclub shootings is not a bad idea. Like, this is what's going on with the conversation with the guy. He's like, in Moscow, we were like, and she's like, I really like how you guys treat the gays, and I'm going, what? Oh, it was insane.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was very great. It was on Howard Stern, and but the things that people think, see, do, can we all just get along? That's Malcolm Gladwell. Very powerful episode. I don't remember the title, but I do remember what it was about.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, so he's the people he talks to this week, or I think a week or two ago, were Jesuit priests. Jesuit priests. And what's funny is, like, Jesuit priests are like the Marine Corps of the of the Catholic Church.
Oh, gotcha.
They're like the militant wing that goes out there and preaches, but is learning and teaching. I mean, these dudes taught me how to think. Right. So you can say all you want about the Catholic Church, and that's fine, but you can't touch all of them. No. Like, there's some good people out there, so whatever. I'm not saying that there aren't more than 1,000 of them. I mean, there are probably a lot of them, but the ones that, they didn't touch me. Yeah. I'm like, wasn't I cute enough? Why didn't no one touch me?
Yeah,
I took it personally.
No.
I had nothing but awesome priests.
So lucky.
I mean, like, amazing dudes that talked to me, and and blah blah blah. God wants you to think. Really? Yeah. You can question everything. Really? Well, how's that? Well, because he's everything, so he doesn't care. Like, question it. What have you got?
That's crazy.
He's not worried about you. Because
more Jesuit priests.
Yeah. So I had a wonderful time with these guys.
Wow, you're so lucky.
And they had good stories, and they're just some of the most kindest people, like, ever.
Yeah.
Like pacifists, but with almost like a Jesus people.
Yeah.
They're just they didn't nothing, but they were smart.
Yeah.
And then the joke about, have you met a Jesuit priest?
Mm-hmm.
Or what they say about a Jesuit priest? If you've met a Jesuit priest, you've met a Jesuit priest. Which made me think of PJ. JP is PJ backwards, by the way. It's the same way. If you've met a PJ, then you've met a PJ, because not one of them is the same as the other one. There's a million different reasons, and now they call it their why, but there's a million reasons. You don't need a why. A why is like, why? Oh, what the fuck are you questioning? Like, why? Right. No, it's more.
That's a defensive question.
It's such a. And I'm gonna, push people away. Yeah. It's such a millennial thing. You don't need a why. You need a reason. Because we reason. Yeah, you gotta have a reason, and a reason's much more than a why. Because a why is like, why are we doing this? Is it much farther?
I just have.
Why? What's your why? Fuck your why. That's the weakest fucking shit. Oh my god, I'm why? And that's the question. Like, everyone, what's your why?
So
I don't know. Bring your mom over here and let me tell you my why. This is another conversation I was having with another dude. Was so the line goes that you can trust a PJ with your life, or with your wallet or your life, but not with your wife. And it's all right. So I was always, you can trust me with your wife. I wasn't gonna touch your wife, because that's not good. You don't want to be a wife fucker.
You do not want to do that.
No, that's a bad thing. Now, your sister or your mother, she's fair game, but won't mess with your wife.
Just 1 degree out.
Just 1 degree out. It's fine. Is that okay?
It's fine.
All right. Well, I'm not into ex-wives.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. But there was always because I mean, you had to trust these people with your life.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was everything. You know, but I think it goes. You should just. I mean, you're a moral person because what are you gonna do, right? That you're that person's everything. That person's your everything.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Yeah.
So you can't go for a wife.
Nope.
Or your wallet.
Boundaries.
Or your life.
Right.
But mothers and sisters totally open.
It is what it is, you know.
Hey, I offered my sister one time.
To who? She's listening. So.
She is listening. I was just trying to set her up with one of my instructors. I just graduated.
Aw, how thoughtful.
Yeah.
That's what a good brother does.
Ah, he's a good dude.
Did you tell her?
Yeah, no, she met him at my graduation. Like, I was like, hey, look, you can sit next to Sergeant so-and-so.
How funny.
See, so that's where I got it. I had to give up my sister at one point, so for you to give up your sister or your mother, it's not that big of a deal.
Get over it. Life goes on. There's always tomorrow.
There's always tomorrow. Hey, I told you about that. I think it's funny. I was like, what's your mom's phone number? Sir?
God.
You're not going to graduate unless I get your mom's number. I saw her, bro. She's hot. Let me...
That poor cone.
Her sisters?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't. I would say that, but I didn't do it. I have morals.
I know you do.
Although I told them when they graduated, I said, here, look, give your mom my number. Just call me. Nothing wrong with that. I'm like, you graduated, you know, nothing. I was like, but if you want to call me dad, it's okay.
Oh my God. That's pretty funny.
The abyss.
Oh, the abyss.
You had to live up to things, so you had to like come up with crazy stuff to say to people.
Yeah.
I couldn't just, you know.
No.
What's the worst thing that I could say to you?
No, yeah.
Let's just start talking about people's mothers. Nobody. Oh, she used to get so mad.
Yeah.
I like my mom. Why? I don't. So let's talk about them.
Oh man. What a job. It's a pretty good sounding job.
It was a good time.
I can imagine. Every day.
Every day.
Every single day.
Getting paid to drown.
Hilarity ensued.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for listening. Hopefully this hasn't been too bad. This will be Pararescue History, Volume 1.
Perfect.
The essence of what can you trust a PJ with. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Good night, cones.
Hooyah.